all want the best for our children. And as parents, we can't do it on our own. We need the help from the other side, the educator side.
When you have a strong school climate, when you have dynamic, strong leadership, when you have professional capacity around faculty, they're getting the professional development they need, your school will begin to thrive. But if you leave out the component of family engagement, you're only going to get so far.
Whether you're in first grade or you're a graduating senior, it's important for families and for administrators and for teachers to have relationships.
You might realize all these things about parents that you didn't know before. And so it helps you to realize that, oh, like people do care. It's just that we're all doing the best with what we've been given.
The Parent-Teacher Home Visit Project started back in '96 with focus groups because there was an issue with communication. Parents didn't know what was happening at the school. As teachers began to step outside of the classroom, things began to change back in the classroom.
It's totally voluntary, so it's really for teachers who want to participate.
We understand that bridging the gap between home and school is vitally important to the student's success, and so we make it a priority.
As a parent, I like the way they do the home visits because they don't just push it on you. They ask you, make sure you're comfortable with it.
You go with another partner teacher, which is also a key part of the program. Teachers are compensated, both the teacher that makes the phone call and the teacher that comes along as the partner.
It's been a gift for me for many years. I will never forget my very first home visit. It was the biggest blessing that I had ever received because I didn't know what to do at the time. And knowing that I'm still here, I'm still around after all these years, and I'm still receiving home visits, it just lights up my heart.
It plants seeds of hope that might not have been there.
The visit at Christine's home just went great. I felt that her mom and her family could see that I really cared about her as a person, not just a student.
Tụi này khu tour bé chị mà tôi khó thì người tour còn người bao bé chị trong cha họ cô thì có bé bao người thì bé thì liệu tàu không gì rồi.
They can be friends and also they can talk whenever they want to.
I notice a huge difference in the student. As soon as you've been in their home, you've seen what their family life is like, their environment. They know that you really do want to get to know them for who they are beyond just in your classroom. And all of a sudden you see this shift in the child where they really feel connected to you.
I think the best home visits for us was when we start visiting our incoming freshmen, because you don't know the students, they don't arrive to the classroom yet. So for us, it was the best because we are not targeting because we don't know these students.
I still have students that come back now who, still remember me. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that she was in my home and I got to show her my bedroom and I got to show her all the work that's up on the wall. And so I think in terms of time, it's an investment that's well worth it.
We bring the transcript and we show to the parents about that this student is ready to graduate and yes, they can go to college, and we tell them the deadlines when they can apply for college. We give them information about financial aid and scholarships.
What I liked about when they came here to visit is that I know that we could open up and tell them how we actually feel, or how they could tell me what I'm doing good and what I'm doing bad at in school. And it makes me feel like they actually care, and they do.
I have other kids that went to school, but none of them ever had a home visit like this. So I think it's great. And, it shows me that the school is actually doing a lot more for the kids.
When we had initially heard about APTT, we had already done about a year or two of home visits, and that was a huge leverage for our school. And so APTT was a natural next step for us.
Oak Ridge gets families involved in our APTT meetings by attending our home visits. As we leave, we close up by inviting them back to our meetings.
If they don't feel like a meeting at school is worth it, or they just don't know if they're valued in that meeting, they won't show up. And so as an educator, my job is to make sure that I'm the one expressing to them that not only is their presence welcomed at APTT, but also that it's essential.
It's kind of like a parent-teacher conference, but to the next level.
Every meeting has to begin with an icebreaker. These families that come to us, they may not know each other. And so first we want to build a community. And secondly, we show them the data of their students' work in a non-threatening, non-guilty way of just, here's where they are. We show them the games that we've provided and thought of to help those students reach the goal. But then we actually play right then and there. Setting up the goals is the next part, where the parents truly are the ones that think of a SMART goal based off of that data.
When you engage with your child in implementing those materials, then there is excitement that goes from me to her and her to me when we get it, or the challenge is not such a challenge anymore. Those meetings help with my building a better relationship with my daughter.
I will never have anything in my hands that I can give a teacher to repay the benefits that I have received and my family have received and now my grandchildren are receiving.
They come in and they show this love and energy for my children, and that just, that makes me feel good as a parent.